2021 was an unprecedented year both for the world and for Gymshark, and this video will be a review of everything that has happened in the last 12 months.
You scared of you?
Everyone. Will you marry me? It has been Gymshark's biggest year on record, and 2021 makes me incredibly proud of every single person that is involved or connected with this brand. From a socials perspective, the brand continues to grow, because even my channels have grown dramatically as well. We had well over 2 million views on these YouTube videos in the last 12 months, and an extra 27,000 subs as well. So incredibly happy, incredibly proud, and I wanted to thank you so much for that. January kicking off, we opened up the GSLC2 office. Gymshark Lifting Club was launched a few years ago. However, what we did is we repurposed all of the upper floor to fit the increasing number of people that are joining the Gymshark business in the UK. It's another step closer to building that truly Gymshark campus-style HQ, which was February. The Denver office opened, which is where we now sit, and that is just incredible because the last time we were here, it was literally just a shell. There was like a concrete floor, a low ceiling. So to open up and build the Denver office completely remotely is an incredible achievement by the property team at Gymshark, and I think they should be incredibly proud of themselves because this office is absolutely stunning. So in March, this was an interesting month actually, because from a personal perspective outside of Gymshark, Robin and I moved to a farm, which it's one of my favourite places on the planet. It is absolutely beautiful and the views there are gorgeous. However, there was a lot of work that needs to be done to it, and there still is. So again, I don't talk too much about what sort of I do with my time outside of Gymshark, but personally, that's been an aspiration of mine for quite a long time. So to achieve that and be able to do that with Robin, the person that means the most to me in the world, was an amazing achievement and something I'm incredibly proud of. The following month in April, I asked Robin if she would marry me. We got engaged at a place called Dalesford Farm. It is Friday the 23rd of April, and today is the day I'm going to ask Robin Gallant to marry me. She actually thought she was going to do an interview as sort of like a PR thing with Dalesford, and she turned up and I was there. Anyway, I got down on one knee, I asked the question, she said yes, and it was genuinely one of the most special days of my life. May, we opened up our Lutterworth distribution centre. So we moved our DC in the UK from Swindon to Lutterworth. It's a new DC. It's going to be great in terms of our scale, particularly scaling in the UK, and it's far more accessible from our office in Solihull as well. So as well as moving the UK DC from Swindon to Lutterworth, we also opened up a distribution centre on the other side of the world in Australia, which is just much more efficient. It delivers a better customer experience, and it is a far more sustainable way of delivering product into the market. So in June, I was announced, I was asked and announced to be the patron of the Birmingham Women's and Children's Hospital. This is never something that I ever thought that I would do or be able to do. They sent me a letter asking me to be the patron, and it proper hit me like genuinely. I remember calling my mum and I was in tears because it was such a special moment. It wasn't anything that I thought I would do, but the fact that I can give back to the local community, especially in the West Midlands and the Birmingham area, by being a patron for Birmingham Women's and Children's Hospital, that was really important to me. So the fact that they'd asked me to be their first ever patron was a very special moment, and I really wanted to make sure that I could dedicate enough time to the charity to really help them out and do my best by them. I must admit, nothing could prepare me for seeing a young child in a hospital bed. That really did knock me. I'm going to do everything that I possibly can to shine a light on the incredible work that they do to support families, particularly in the West Midlands area, but also across the entirety of the United Kingdom as well. In June, I was also announced as going into the new role as Gymshark CEO, albeit I didn't actually step into the role until the 1st of August. My sort of transitionary period began in terms of essentially the handover from Steve Hewitt, who was the chief exec previously, to myself. As excited as I am and I was about the role, I was also very aware of how daunting of a role this is. It's a massive role. It's a huge step up for me, and it's a step up from anything that I've done before. We did a talk at Cambridge Union in June, which was really cool as well. That's another thing that I just never thought I would be able to do.
Put your hands together for Ben Francis, everyone.
July, we launched 2 distribution centres in the United States, which was again incredible. And the reason that we were doing that was all about delivering the best customer experience that we possibly can in the market. So moving forward to August, that's when I officially stepped into the role as CEO. The first month was tough because it was really intense. There was a lot on, and there still is today. I mean, it was a huge month of learning. It has been every month since, and I've just been learning, and I absolutely love this role. I'm only 4 months in, but it has been my favourite job that I've done at Gymshark so far. September was cool because we did a bit of a summer party, and obviously because of everything that was going on, we didn't want to do anything that was indoors. So the team at Gymshark decided to do a festival theme, and it was amazing. Like, genuinely, we had our own internal Gymshark festival called Sharky World in the UK, but it was absolutely brilliant. It was an amazing day, and I think it was the best ever Gymshark party of all time. Well, September we announced the GSIQ, and this is something I'm really excited about. This one won't be finished until early next year, but GSIQ for me is a true investment in the long term of this brand, and it's a place where we will truly be able to innovate in terms of our product. We can test new things, we can build all sorts of new different types of software, and it's going to be a place where I genuinely believe Gymshark will be able to innovate from. And I'm a firm believer that if you give great individuals, great people and great teams the resource and the opportunity to create something special, then I think they will. And we're doing exactly that with this IQ and the teams that we're building in there. I got married in September as well, and I think marrying Robin was hands down the best day of my entire life. It was so special. Standing there and seeing Robin walk down the aisle in her dress was incredible. It was a very small wedding. It was in a very small church. It was just beautiful. It was such a special moment. And to have everyone that we love and care about and that cares about us in one place while we got married was a special day, and I will never ever forget it. Moving into October, Robin's first act after we got married was to get a dog. She got a dog called Frodo. So now we've got 2 dogs. We've got Bilbo and Frodo, who are beautiful dogs. Love them to bits. Moving on to November, Gary V joined the board. That was amazing. I have followed Gary for a long time. Just his content actually has helped me massively in terms of my self-development. So when we had the opportunity, as we do build a board at Gymshark, having Gary on that is really special. And I think he'll challenge me and the leadership here at Gymshark to really push this brand and this community to be the best that it possibly can be. So I was in GQ magazine, which I never thought I would do. That was really special. But I had my first ever sort of cover. I was on the cover of Gentleman's Journal magazine, and that was really cool. I didn't expect that. I normally hate doing photo shoots and all these sorts of things, but the guy that came over and did it was really cool. It was a weird moment for me to see my face on the cover of something. Then we had Black Friday. So we ended up having our biggest ever Black Friday. If I'm honest, coming into it, we didn't really know what to expect. There's been so much uncertainty in the world in the last few months, so to be able to do a good job of Black Friday, I'm super proud of, and the team globally absolutely smashed it, so really happy with that. So coming into December, we announced the first ever Gymshark retail store, which will be in London on Regent Street, and we've known for a long time that we want to do more offline. Gymshark, from its early days, has had an offline presence, and granted, it was expos, and then it was pop-ups, then we did a test in Covent Garden, but this has been something that's been coming for a long time. It's been something we've been thinking about for a long time, is how does Gymshark do offline properly in a way that is truly Gymshark and is a true community hub. It's a massively special moment, and we'll look back on this as one of the defining moments in this brand's history. So now, today, end of the year, we're sat in Denver. We're here for the first time since the office opened, which is crazy because the last time we came here was over 2 years ago. Walking around those offices knowing that one of them would eventually be ours. I've only gone through like a small number of things that we actually did in 2021. It has been the busiest year in mine and Gymshark's history. It has been non-stop. It's been probably one of the toughest years I think we have ever had, but coming out of it, I'm genuinely so proud of what we have achieved. 2022, we have so much planned, and I think when we do this in 12 months' time, we're going to look back at 22 as to one of the most pivotal and defining years in Gymshark history. If you really dream and you really put the work in and you surround yourself with brilliant people and you work together in the right way, then we can all create incredible companies, brands and movements and everything that comes with it. Transparency is one of our core values here at Gymshark, and I really want to take you on the journey with us, and I think this is a really special moment for us. You ready? I don't talk too much about what I do with my time outside of Gymshark, but marrying Robin was hands down the best day of my entire life. It was so special. Try, fail. If you haven't failed, then you are doing something wrong. I'm so proud of what we've achieved, and I'm so thankful for every single one of you that helped support the Gymshark brand. 2022, we have so much planned.